Hi, I'm Zoe, and today I kind of just want to talk about the whole situation with the college scandal stuff and Olivia Jade. Um, and just I'm wearing my headphones, earbuds, just because my mom's cooking and you can kind of hear it. So I kind of wanted to block that out and just have my speaking be heard. So I'm not editing this, I'm just saying what I want to say and putting it out there. So the whole thing is crazy. Watching it unfold on the news is insane. In the past, people, and now too, people who have money will buy buildings for a school or donate money or donate money for a wing in a building. This isn't something new. This is something we know about, where someone with money is able to get into a school because of these things. Their parents went there, so they have alumni in the family, or they know someone who's a dean, so they're connected to the school. That's nothing new, but this is crazy, where you're lying to such an extent where you're photoshopping your child's face onto someone else's body so it looks like they play a sport. It's so insane. The whole thing is just crazy. And I'm going through the college process now, so I've taken an SAT, I've taken subject tests, I've taken an AP, I'm studying for APs, because I have 2 APs this May. And there are so many people who are doing the same thing that I'm doing, and when there are people who are able to just bribe their way and lie their way into getting into a good college and university, it's crazy. It's not fair, and to all the people who are working hard and doing their best to get into a good college and university, you're doing an amazing job, and this shouldn't stop or deter people from continuing to work hard, because there are always going to be people who are just going to, be able to break these rules because they have money, and because they know people, and it's kind of good that this has come to light and this situation has been unearthed, and now everyone is seeing this happen. But it's just a lot. Now I'm just thinking about, for schools, they have to question everybody. Now they have to question every student who's applying, and now they have to look deeper into it, because you can't just trust that a student is being truthful and saying that they play lacrosse or field hockey or around the crew team, because from this whole situation, you can see that people are just lying, and it's not fair to those who are working hard. And going to a private school in New York, there's this whole community of private schools here in New York and probably in every state, but there are schools here that just aren't always honest, I guess. I don't want to, everything I'm saying is kind of aloof, but it's just, some schools here make it look like their students are better than they are. And I'm not saying that students at these schools don't work hard, because there are people who do, but there are others who don't. I saw another video of a girl talking about this whole thing, and she had gone to the same school as Olivia Jade, and she was in extremely difficult classes, and she was trying to work hard, and then Olivia Jade just wasn't in school, as she said in other videos, in her own videos. So it's kind of the same thing here. And it's not fair to the people who work really hard and try. And like, these people are just, people like this are taking away spots from people who deserve it. You know, from people who really want to go to those schools, who deserve to go to those schools because they've worked hard. And it kind of reminded me, it just made me think, like, a lot of the time students of color are asked, you only got in because you're black or because you're Hispanic. But I think what we should be really wondering is, did you get in because you paid $500,000 to lie, or $15,000 for someone to change your answers on your SAT? Like, those are the questions we should be asking, rather than did somebody get in because of their race. Because yes, there are issues with that, but most of the time people who get in, most of the time people of color get in because they've worked hard, because they've had to work harder. And to remove and like take away from the work that they've done to get into an Ivy League or a USC or a Georgetown isn't fair to them, because they always have to prove themselves. And yeah, you just always have to prove yourself. And I think hopefully this situation will help redirect the conversation and make people start thinking, did you get in because your parents paid for this? Rather than, did you get in because of the color of your skin? That's just something that I was thinking about myself from, I was just thinking about that for myself. And another thing, I talked about, paying to change your answers on an SAT, but if a parent has to change the answers on their child's, has to pay for someone to change their answers on their child's SAT, or take the SAT for their child, it seems like you don't have that much faith in your child's ability. Why not let your child study and try their best, and whatever their best is, shouldn't you be proud of that? Like, it's not always about getting a 1600 or having a 98 average. You should be proud of whatever your child's best is, and if your child's best is a 950 and a C's, you should be proud of them because they're working hard and doing it themselves, not because you've paid for them to get a 1600 that wasn't on their own. Now, there are still not fair ways, but legal ways that you can, have your child do their best. People have private tutors, and obviously that isn't fair. There is an inequality between people because of money, and some people are able to pay for a private tutor or pay for a prep course, and although having that isn't fair to other people, it's better than at least your child working for it and studying and trying their best, and like having taken a prep course and having studied for the SAT myself, it's kind of upsetting that people who aren't studying and who aren't trying are just given like a 1550 or a 1540 or a 1600, and it's annoying. And I don't want this video to be like me just complaining, but I feel like it's something that's worth complaining about because it's not something little or dumb, it's your future. It's your spot that's gonna make a difference in your life later on, and it's just unfair. And I know I've said unfair like 800 times already, but that's what it is, and we all know that, and we're all thinking, everyone who's watching this unfold is thinking, really, yeah, that's all I have to say right now. I'll probably make, I don't know, this whole thing is crazy, and as the days go by, more information will come out. And the last thing I wanted to say, I feel like the media is just focusing on like Olivia Jade and her mom just because they're both famous. Like, there are 50 other people who were involved in this, and 50 other people who, should be talked about, because it's not just them. And I don't think everything should be put on them. Even though it's obvious that they were a part of it, there were other people too. And the light should be put on them as well. That also reminded me, oh my god, I keep going off topic, but that just reminded, not off topic, but I keep getting distracted by new stuff in my head that pops in. That just reminded me, I don't think any of the children involved in this can say, oh, we didn't know, because how can you not know? How uninvolved in your college process are you that you're unaware of all of this, that your parents are lying? How do you not remember taking an SAT or studying or taking the ACT? Anyway, that's all I've got to say. Yeah. So thank you for watching. This isn't a super uplifting video, but something I just wanted to talk about for myself. And yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.